Hey, and welcome to Pagan Place here on C is for Crone. little tea today. My name is Ray, and I'm the crone in C is for Crone. Coming up for C is, excuse me, for Pagan Place is this concept. I've used it once before, never got to explore it properly, didn't have the right support from what is now my ex-husband. But I did a version of Eat, Pray, and Love. I was trying to do a version of Eat, Pray, Love, discovering, trying to bring joy back into my life. And I started with the Eat, and then it was supposed to be the Pray, and then do Love. And I was blogging it, and I picked cultures with food, and it just didn't get finished. And it was called Eat, Pray, Love Under the Wainwright Sun. So I took two movies and put them together, sort of type thing, because I love Under the Tuscan Sun with Diane Lane. Just a really awesome movie of a woman going through a tough time in her life and then finding out she had happiness around her. You know, and she started to embrace her life, and that happiness came. You know, you don't always have to fight for happiness. Sometimes happiness is sitting right in front of you. Well, it's a great philosophy in my paganism and embracing my life and the changes in it. There's lots to be depressed about in my life, with 3 different arthritis, migraines, you know, allergies, husband on dialysis, you know, still dealing with grief over the passing of my mother, and things like that. Still dealing with the fact that I got divorced 3 years ago, and then turned around and got married. It was just a relationship. That first marriage was just a relationship that had been falling apart for years and years and years. And so it needed to end. And I didn't realize divorce could be so cheap, so inexpensive. Otherwise, I would have got a year before that. I would have got the ball rolling. Here we go. We're done. You know, I've got some money. Let's just go do it. It wasn't until, you know, started doing it the following year, and was involved with somebody else. My current husband started getting involved during the separation, and that things just sort of rapidly progressed. You know, we wanted to get married. You can't get married without the divorce. I didn't get divorced because I was getting married. I wanted to be divorced. I just thought it was like 100 ton of cash. But apparently when you have no assets and no children and you're amicable, about $300, $350 in Alberta will do it. Poof, gone. And then because we had already had our separation time. And I think both of us are more happy without living together. You know, I know I am. Yeah, my ex seems to be doing better since not being with us. Just clash of personalities. Two vastly different personality types, and it creates quite the headbutting, even though on paper we looked good. We had similar interests, similar ideas about how things should be done, lots of things that we could enjoy doing together, and we liked spending time together. It just, the two personalities just did not mesh. My current husband and I have more similar personalities, and therefore it's much better relationship, the dialysis and the health issues aside. So anyways, the new thing that I'm going to be doing for Pagan Place, and it's not just going to be this journal blogging thing of, okay, this is what's going on in my life right now, is it's going to be called Eat, Drink, and Be Merry Under the Wainwright Sun. I'm going to visit food, and food and drink and happiness, and here at home. I can't travel abroad. That's why it's been under the Wainwright Sun, because there's just no traveling. Hopefully, I'm planning and doing the vision board idea in my mind, focusing and watching how I'm saying things. I am going to Scotland in about 3 years' time. We'll be going to Scotland, so there is some travel. And so thank you to my niece for the motivation. She has been such a big part of my life, to taking those step forwards and stuff, and not getting caught up in the day-to-day boohoo of things, which I don't like to do anyways. I don't like living in that boohoo every day. So this is the 28 degrees or possibly more right at the moment, headed towards thunderstorms in Wainwright here this Tuesday after Father's Day, the 23rd, I guess it is. Hair. This is the haggard and the worn out. I'm tired. I also hurt myself, so I'm in pain. Pulled a muscle in my side up in the upper here, and so when I move and breathe and stuff, it hurts. So I'm looking a little worn out today, but I'm good. I must say that despite everything, I'm feeling good. So yes, I'm looking forward to starting in July, which is like a week away. This Eat, Drink, and Be Merry Under the Wainwright Sun. Just a different focus, different, changing my perspective on things, because I don't want to live in this constant state of boohoo. Life is hard. And get back at things, you know, out in the garden, and my praying, my pray space. Maybe I'll be doing a bunch of videos out there, even though it's not finished, just use it anyways. And just enjoying life. The whole premise is about enjoying life and being grateful for those happy little moments. So I hope you will join me on my little search of discovery, my quest, because I'll be sharing some recipes, because it's totally about putting those joyful foods back in my life, getting back into the rhythm of cooking and baking, and just in general enjoying things. I can't say that enough. You know, that definitely need to enjoy things more. You know, life is what it is. I can sit and bitch and complain, or I can sit and enjoy myself. So I prefer to enjoy myself. I hope you do too. I hope that you take a step back from everything that's going on in your life, and this series in the video will help you to take stock of things. Because maybe your life is better than you think it is. And I think that's what's going to be going on with me too, is the more I take stock of and behave like I'm happy, potentially my husband might follow it too. The kidney disease has been very hard on him. He was not the most active person in the world, but he liked to think he was, and liked to have the opportunities to do it, and going to dialysis and feeling sick all the time really has sort of kicked him in the nuts and knocked him down. So I just want to show him that just because you have something and your life is slowing down doesn't mean your life is over. and it'll be good for the whole family too, because the cats appreciate it when mommy's not depressed all the time, because some of them get to go outside and potentially get to go for a walk when I'm not tired and depressed all the time. And getting up, being physical and eating is going to be the most important thing, I think, to the whole thing, because the fatigue when you have fibro and other chronic pain and the migraines that chase you because we're having thunderstorm weather and stuff like that, and you're not sleeping because you're hurt, like, it's a whole hamster wheel of things going on with me. It's not conducive to a happy lifestyle. It just sucks whatever joy you have out. And when you've got this other stressors, whether it be a job or a husband's illness, and I really want this YouTube thing to go very well. I'd like to see it grow and expand. But it does put extra pressure on my time during the day. And so, you know, it's about finding balance. So I'm thinking that's the biggest thing about this Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. It's about finding balance. Balance at home. This is where I live. It's a bonus place to be living. You know, we've had lots of lucky things going on and being very grateful for that. So taking this next week to organize that, I think. I've been on Pinterest. My niece got me back on there. I managed to avoid it the last few days. Been way too busy to be on there. But there was some really good mental health stuff in there. Things to do to get motivated and be happier. One of which I've already included. I do believe I put the scavenger hunt video on there. It's a great place for me to express my sense of humor. One of the things was find something with a face, and I took a picture of the wall clock, you know, because it has face on it. So so yes, please do join me in my other videos. I am trying to get a little bit more organized, a little off this week, so everything's probably going to be very, very late and running slow because I did hurt myself. And so, being the wise crone, I'm really going to embrace that, because we're supposed to be wiser, which one would hope would make you smarter. And wisdom dictates that when you hurt yourself, you take a break and you slow down and allow yourself a chance to heal. So that's what I plan on doing. Made major step forwards in cleaning up mess in here, getting ready for Father's Day. Had a great Father's Day with our stepdaughter and her mom. And he really enjoyed, my husband really enjoyed him, so plan will be to create more of those days. So, moving forward, always moving forward, not focusing backwards, and giving myself permission to be angry about stuff is helping. I think potentially next year, hoping anyways, next year June won't be quite as bad a month as I move further through my grief over my mom's passing and what happened regarding my mom's passing. But that's a conversation for another day, potentially in the merry part. You know, to visit dealing with grief and doing things that help feel like I'm more in control of my emotions and things like that regarding that, so it doesn't sabotage me so much. There's a certain amount of freedom pushing 50, and it may actually be fabulous. 40 wasn't too bad. 40, I learned a lot of stuff in my 40s. So here's to being 49. And the last chapter in that part of my book, my 40s. So, okay. I will contemplate with you later, and I hope you join me for those videos for the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry here on Pagan Place. Okay. From me, Ray, and C is for Crown. I will talk at you later. Bye-bye.